Welcome in, get adjusted. So yeah, I started yapping. Forgot what I was going to talk about, but I remember now. I'm gonna just do a whole new intro just in case. But welcome in. Welcome to In My Mind, Donovan's Mind, My Mind at the Moment, with Donovan Obior Uday, also known as Obeora. You may know me. Yeah, what I wanted to talk about today quickly was just comfortability and being comfortable in in your skin and with who you are. Like, what popped into my head to bring up this topic was the fact that, I made a new friend recently and he's real comfortable with himself, and you could just tell. And, that's always a beautiful thing, because you can tell when they're not, right? But, I made a new friend, and I showed him my music, and then I showed another dude my music, and then I just was at work today, and I was like, I know one of my coworkers, who also makes music. I was like, yo, bro, you want to hear some new stuff? And it just took me to this moment, like right now, to realize that I'm comfortable with sharing my music. Like, that is a new thing that I can fully say. Like, I'm comfortable with sharing my music, and I'm comfortable with accepting opinions and well, not even accepting opinions, but open to hearing them. You feel me? And open to putting myself out there and being vulnerable. One of the times I showed somebody my music recently, he said those words. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're being vulnerable in this one," like in those words. And I guess, like, I've been, increasing in that strength. So I just wanted to come in, put light to that, shine some light on that. And this friend that I made is very comfortable with himself. And that's another thing that I ended up being able to speak to him about, because, just for a little bit of a context on, the type of conversations we have and what brought it up. He talks fast, just like how I'm talking, kind of, but more in a way that is ideas that are connected. And, it doesn't matter if the idea is ants, reproduce, and then the next idea is the reproduction of, what I'm saying? It's like it flows. And there's a third person in the conversation that said something. It wasn't rude, but he was like, yeah, man, I just wanted to say, like, you really, like, don't stay on topic, da 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 da. And, it stuck with him. But later I was able to tell him, like, that's a power. It's a superpower. Like, you're able to be vulnerable, and that's the word. Like, you're able to be comfortable with letting your thoughts and letting your everything that you thinking out, and letting that be received, and not being scared of what is the outcome or the consequence, quote unquote, even though, that has a negative connotation, but consequence isn't always negative. But in my opinion, because, actions, there's good actions and bad actions. It should be good at consequences and bad consequences. But yeah, so, like, I really see that in him, that he's so comfortable with saying what's on his mind and how it's presented, even though it may not be in the most palatable format for someone like him. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he's any worse or we're better, but some people are able to receive differently than others, and it kind of made him self-conscious. But I wanted to remind him that the fact that he's able to send information off in such a way that it helps me out. I receive that very well, because I think fast. So when someone is talking like this, and I really, like, it bothers me. So, I just wanted to share some light on comfortability and loving yourself. And I want to also add that I did fuck with that guy. The third dude, excuse my language, I gotta stop cursing, but I did mess with him. And the reason being is because he was comfortable too. And I would say comfortable in a different way. He was comfortable with the fact that he was there. His presence wasn't like a burden. He was comfortable with the fact that half the time, because me and this dude, we could all relate. We met at the basketball courts, but me and this dude, deeper talking about music and life and shit. This nigga's over here in the third wheel and like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? But he's real. He's like, yo, I'm over here, bro. What is the word? I was like, yo, you make music? I don't make music, but I listen to music. Oh yeah, cool. Check me out. What do? You make YouTube? Oh, cool. I got some questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's comfortable in his avenue, in his alley. So I really like that about him. You know, everybody's different. And that's really the message of this video is comfortability. It's like everybody passes and receives differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna end it off with this analogy that I gave to my friend. Like, I may have the best hands in the world, right? You know what I'm saying? And if Tom Brady passes me the ball, I'm gonna catch it. Or if Joe Schmo from, you know what I'm saying, passes it and it's in my direction, I'm gonna catch it. Some people don't have the best hands, right? Just like some people don't have the best passing ability. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on who you are, and you got to be comfortable letting it go, however, or receiving it, however. So my message for the dude who had trouble receiving his ideas, I would just say, take a second to learn his language, to learn the way that he speaks. You know what I'm saying? Because just like it pisses me off to hear someone speak slow, I still could learn how to listen and learn how to wait. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a fault on him, on the person that was speaking fast. It was a fault on the person that wasn't able to understand or comprehend or keep up. You feel me? So I'm not saying that he should be uncomfortable. I'm not saying that he should be uncomfortable, but he should learn how to receive better. And I told my friend, like, you could learn to pass better, but don't be ashamed of your passing ability, because I receive it well. You know what I mean? And don't be ashamed of your receiving ability, because if the right person is passing it to you, then that connection is all you really want. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we should always be comfortable in our own skin, and however we gonna throw or receive. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for stopping by in my mind. I'm gonna go get back to what I was doing. I'm gonna chilling. But yeah, join me next time. I love you. Peace.